spirit communication is accessible to everyone. There are three common things that hold people back. Number one is expectations, okay? And most of this is because of how mainstream mediumship has sensationalized spirit communication for ratings, reviews, for all of that stuff, okay? Most of the stuff that you see out there, there's a lot of people that claim to be able to see a spirit standing right here in this room with their eyes, but nobody else can see them. There's people that claim that they can hear spirits talking in their ear, but no one else can hear them, all right? And that's not what it's like. Now, I do want to say there are such things as physical apparitions, and if a spirit physically apported here in the middle of this room, everybody would see it, because nobody has special eyes that can see things, certain things that others don't, all right? The way that we see a spirit is in our mind's eye, all right? It's kind of like your imagination. It's almost exactly like your imagination, except it's not you conjuring up that image, right? If you close your eyes and think about a basketball, you're gonna see a basketball in your imagination. It's the way that you see the basketball is the same way that you see the spirit. The only difference is when you bring an awareness to your abilities, you're gonna sense the spirit's energy, and the spirit's energy will paint that image for you. You won't be conjuring it up, okay? So let's just clear that expectation up real quick. The second thing that I want to talk about is how we hear spirits, okay? We hear spirits. Again, it's possible to hear an audible whisper in your ear, okay? But if that happens, everyone will hear it. The way that we use our abilities, it sounds like a thought, all right? But it's not a thought that you're thinking. It's a thought that you're receiving. And it's very easy to tell the difference once you start doing this, okay? And so that's one of the main things that really holds people back, the expectation. The second thing that holds people back is bad information. There's so much bad information out there, like the stuff that I had to wade and tread through those first 2 years that I was learning about spirit communication that didn't help me at all. There's all these things out there, there's all these rituals, there's all these practices, there's these things that say you gotta meditate, you gotta align chakras, you gotta do this, you gotta sit in the power, you got like, you know, and then there's stuff like you gotta be born with it, it's gotta be in your blood, and all of these other things, and that's just not true. You can do it right now, this second, each and every one of you. Even if you think you can't, even if you've never tried, you can, all right? The third thing, and this is probably the most common that stops people, is some sort of insecurity, okay? There's a fear of rejection, right? What are others gonna think when I'm doing this? Are they gonna look at me like I'm crazy? What am I gonna think about myself, right? That's a very big one that stops people. Another insecurity is self-doubt. I don't have what it takes. Those people that do it are different than I am. And then the third thing is imposter syndrome. Oh, if I try and do this, I'm pretending to be somebody that I'm not. Right? Those are the big things that hold people back.